owner of the game, and I say owner of the game because he was really owning with his Templar Assassin. And we are having a game of Dota once more, where we see the first ban being Enchantress, which is quite unusual. But let's see where they're gonna go with that. First pick is something worth noting, is going towards the Dire team in this game. And it is the Rubik that gets banned out by the Radiant team, which still means that there's 3 heroes left in that we normally see banned out very fast. So we might see, well, at least one of those may be picked up, because there's still only 4 heroes left to ban out. Let's see what they're gonna go for, if they're gonna go for more jungle heroes, because normally if you like the first picker, you normally ban out some heroes that you just don't want to face, but not really needed to ban out those 3 heroes. And you know which heroes I mean, right? I mean, it's the Lycan, it's the Naga Siren, it's the Darkseer, those 3. But right now they can't count on No Pants Party to ban out all those 3 heroes, because of course there's only 2 slots left. And yeah, that's why probably they're thinking, are we gonna assume that the Radiant is still gonna ban out those heroes? We don't know. They're taking their time though. And in case you're wondering, because I had this earlier today, no, nobody is disconnected. They are really thinking. You might see disconnect still. Maybe there's chat going on. Let's check. Oh, you hear me? Is that me? Is that me? I don't think that's me. I have my sound turned off. Can't be me. Lan, is that me? I don't think it's me. There we go. Sorted. If that is me, you can say it right now. We have an anti-mage ban out by the Dire team, so I don't want to face that one. Let's see though, they're taking their time. I'm not even in the channel with Lan, I think I'm in the channel with Evo, so that's fine. Morphling, so no Morphling, no anti-mage, we want to be happy, we are happy, no Morphling, no anti-mage, happy times in Dota 2, so that will be good. Which still means there's 2 slots left to ban, so Lycan, Naga Siren, Darkseer, one of those 2, maybe even both, or maybe even all 3 are gonna go through. I don't think it's gonna be all 3, because of course Lycan is already banned out just now. But still, there's every opportunity still to go for that. We have the mute game. And it is a Rubik that gets banned out by the Radiant team. I heard myself. That is very disconcerting, or however you say that. Oh, sorry. I see someone in the chat and is like, what? Anyway, we have got the last band coming out from No Pants Party. Which one will it be? It will be the Invoker. So, hello Naga Siren or Darkseer, which one would they rather have, or which one would they rather give away? That's the more likely question. Naga Siren is the one they don't want to give away, they want for themselves, which means that the Darkseer will be picked up here, as well as the Shrek from No Pants Party, and they're really not wasting any time with these pickups. I do think that we're gonna see an Enigma pick up here for the Dire team, otherwise they'll probably give it to the Radiant team, in which case you have a Darkseer Enigma combination. And yeah, for the people wondering, yes, there is still a TA in this match, which is quite surprising, considering the TA was really owning in the previous match. Of course, the Darkseer is already accounted to TA as well as the Shrek. So maybe making the Dire team thinking twice about picking that hero up again. But last game we saw him picking a Pudge for his Templar Assassin, and Pudge is considered a semi-counter to the Templar Assassin, but was not able to withstand the mid-power of Bulba. So maybe they rely on his strength again and go for the TA again. We'll see though. Maybe they want a different kind of game. Maybe want to try something new out. But at the same time. Yeah, I just see someone change his name. Anyway, at the same time, it's want to play it safe or not? Maybe. You hear me?
10 seconds.
Ah, yeah, there's TA. I mean, it fits in well with the lineup as well. I mean, Naga Siren late game. And you have a Templar Assassin who can make sure that Naga Siren can freeform while Templar Assassin is wreaking havoc all over the map. And that's what we saw previous game, where the Chaos Knight was able to just freeform and the Templar Assassin was just running around getting kills. Anyway, that is not, yeah, I'm not sure how happy the Radiant team is right now that they let the TA go through, and rather than well, of course Invoker is also one of the signature heroes from Bulba, so you don't want to give him that either. Maybe not having to ban a Morphling rather than the TA. Like, you can't ban every hero that Boba plays, Rubik, Invoker, and Templar Assassin, but then you would leave Morphling in, and that would be a shame as well. Let's see, last pick. There's still a Venomancer in the pool, obviously, which is a counter to the TA. But are they going to pick it up again? Then they would have 3 heroes that are potentially counters towards the TA, which is good, of course. But last game we saw that we saw the Venomancer. He dropped fast every single time. Is Boba going to play Naga?
Venomancer.
Ah, that one. Oh, they're going for it again.
Dire team
So countering TA. Let's see if this time they can do it at the same time. Naga Siren is one of the heroes that you don't want to have free farm also. So maybe I'm thinking Dire's Radiant side maybe steal Undying, which is of course also a counter to a TA. Like, if they want to complete the lineup. At the same time, they need some team fight. They ban out the Enigma themselves. Bounty Hunter gets banned out here by the Dire team. Was the first pick for the Radiant team in the previous game. And I don't want to face that one again, just in case. And let's see if we're going to see the Chen banned out here as well by the Radiant team later on. Because that is the last real jungle hero that is still in the game. It is going to be the Faceless Void that gets banned out here, which is quite unusual, I have to say, banning out the Faceless Void in this at this time, but they want to do it anyway. And we see the last ban going up for the Radiant side, as I will again having to check something, which is this is the button I want to do. Yes, thank you. Yeah, there we go. And I just have to type something. There we go. And it will be the Disruptor that will be picked up here by the Dire side, as the last ban was a Shadow Shaman, which was played as a support in the previous game by the Dire team. So they don't want to have that again, but they pick up the Disruptor as a support, which is a good one as well. I mean, if something is harassing your TA, you can just glimpse that person back. Or if you want to get a kill, you can just make sure that you glimpse that person back to you. If he came from there, obviously. At least the Disruptor is a hero that we see a lot more. And of course, combination with the Naga Siren. We have seen Naga Siren combined with the Enigma, we have seen it combined with the Darks here, and with the Disruptor as well. If you see a good team fight, you go in, sing, like do the song rather than sing, and lay down a kinetic field, static storm on top of their head, and they won't be able to do anything, and they'll be locked inside unless they have 4 staff, obviously, which you will be probably getting at some point, one way or another. But yeah, it is the Disruptor and Naga Siren, which makes for a great combination. Let's see the next pick for the Radiant team. They still have to have something to deal against that Naga Siren and TA. I mean, they have the counters for it on lane, yes. But they need more. They need to have stuff like that can actually deal damage. Chaos Knight is still in the pool, which is a nice one to have, because you need some burst damage as well. It will be the Windrunner, and I am not sure how they're going to deal with that. Are they really counting on their lane advantage to do something here? I mean, Windrunner can solo lane, Darkseer can solo lane, Windrunner can trial lane as well, the Shrek can solo lane. I'm curious to see what their last pick is going to be. They need something that can deal a lot more right-click damage, and the Antimage is out, the Morphling is out, but they're facing up against a TA and a Naga Siren. Maybe they want to go for the Brewmaster, maybe a Chaos Knight, which is still in. I still think that would be a good choice as well, because in combination with the Shrek, even it's extra strong. The Shrek Chaos Knight is that famous combination, and there's a Lina being picked up, basically only for the Naga Siren again. It is the ensnare, probably for the Naga Siren on the lane. It will be the ensnare from the Naga Siren, followed up by the Lightning Strike Array from the Lina, and that's her stun, in case you're wondering. And that is gonna be a solid kill, I think, with the Dragon Slave on top of there, as well as the Riptide. That will be a guaranteed kill all the game, especially if it's on the Venomancer or Darkseer or the Shrek, because all of those are quite squishy heroes. Of course, Windrunner can still Windrun, and the Shrek will maybe still be able to stun the heroes around him doing something, but I don't know. They're all 3 so squishy. Last hero, Luna. Okay. So the thing about Luna is that she needs a pretty good start, and I said earlier that they have got solid laning heroes, right? So they have got the start sorted, so maybe that will be enough Maybe that will be enough to deal with the rest later on. Maybe Luna will be able to own everybody. We'll find out though in this match, where we'll see the
Prepare for battle.
Radiant team. No Pants Party. We see Mikey playing the Luna. We see EGM on the Dark Seer. Sleepyhead, otherwise known as Blitz, is going to be on the Leshrac. Lust is going to be on the Venomancer. And we are seeing, all the way onto the top, already see Nirvana Burns, or otherwise Buns, otherwise known as Infinity, I believe. Or Frankie, is gonna be on the Windrunner. In the meantime, on the dire side, we see IX Mike on the Disruptor. Dugong is gonna be playing the Night Siren. Squirtle, otherwise known as, I think it was Sisal, is gonna be on the Lena. And Slide123, who is Bulba on the TA once again. And last but not least, oh, actually Sisal was here. Sisal is on the TA. Is on the Tidehunter. And then this is Merce. Then that is Lena Merce. But yeah. This guy, let's see if he can do it again, right? Because that's basically what we saw in the previous game happening. When this guy goes out of control. Toss. Okay. So no more Merce. Oh, hello. Thanks, Mike. Didn't skill anything just yet. Right clicks are there. There goes the ensnare as well as the lightning strike array to follow it up. It's gonna be Windrunner that gets locked inside, but the kinetic field will be able to go anywhere. Look at that Windrunner being popped up there, needed as well. And he will be fine, but he will be having to use his salve already. And that is the combination that I told you about. And I did say that Windrunner would probably be the only one to get away from that one. With a Windrun. And that is indeed what we see. And of course they're only level 1 so far. I mean, next time there will be a lightning strike array, there might be a Riptide. That is a lot of damage going through. Middle lane is going to be the Darkseer, and that is going to be a very annoying lane for Boba to be on, because as we can see, the refraction is already being popped up by the melee creep here. But if you get the Psyblades early enough, or at least high enough, then you won't be having that much issues with that. As we're going to see Trilane on the top lane with the Venomancer as well as the Windrunner. Windrunner taking the farm with Leshrac being supporting her as well. With the top lane for the Trilane of the Disruptor, of the Lena, of the Night Siren, exactly the ones that we were expecting. I wasn't expecting this lane up, but then again, both Leshrac and the Darkseer are counters towards the TA, so they could have done it both. But it's going to be the Darkseer versus the TA mid lane, and in the bottom lane we see Luna versus the Tide. And we will see, we'll see if this is going to turn into a first blood stun from Lena. It's on the Venomancer, but not as much damage just yet. They're still level 1. They want to have level 2 before they go for it again. And I have to say, I mean, they have got the Leshrac stun, which they don't have something to initiate it with, so he really has to hit that. They have a Gale, which is useful, but I can't really do anything. If there's someone that's getting harassed, if there's getting attacked, if it's the Leshrac, they can't really do anything because there's no shackle yet on the Windrunner, because she had to spec her Windrun as a first skill. So I'm not sure if they're gonna be initiated. Can they do something about it? I am not sure. I think I said that a couple of times right now. We have the Naga Siren being the one to take the farm here. I'm going to pop up the last hit in a nice just so you can see everything there. Naga Siren topping the chart. She has kind of free farm as we just saw, with Windrunner not being able to get that close because, you know, they're just scared of that combination, and rightfully so. Sentry Ward being placed, countering the ward of the Dev Radiant. And they will not have another ward to place right now because they used that already elsewhere, which apparently also got countered. No, they used it here. There, that's where it is. We have the Darkseer level 3, 7 for 2 on him right now as he picked up a bottle, has an invisibility rune on him as well. TA also a bottle, 8 for 8, so still very even. Windrunner now getting some more last hits as well, and she is 11 for 2, so she is now topping everything. Luna level 4, 8 for 2 with the Tidehunter, 10 for 1, and considering it's a range for his melee lane, he is doing quite good. He's going for his Anchor Smash, of course, with some solid right clicks. Thunder Strike being used upon the Venomancer, just harassing him back, has to pop himself. We'll be fine again. And they're still making sure that they stay together. They're not going to get caught out, hopefully for them, because one ensnare could end their life, and they know that. At the same time, if they do ensnare, there will be 2 other people hitting on the people that initiate, and you don't know if you're going to get the one, well, if you're going to be the one that kills each other first. Lucent Beam hitting on a Tide. He's not that bothered by it. I mean, he's got plenty of HP. He's got 900 gold. Will be able to buy a Ring of Health if he wants to. There he goes. Just being able to keep his health up. You need it for a pipe anyway. And sometimes we even see the Tidehunters going for that Vanguard. I do think that this time it's going to be a pipe. I don't know why I think that though. It's just a hunch, because we don't normally see Vanguard that often. Because of course, after level 2, oh wait a second, top lane, Gale hits on the Venomancer who tries to get out, but the kinetic field is there. Lost, it will be going down first, but the first blood goes to the Radiant side. Leshrac picking up the Lina, and like I said, if you initiate on that, you don't know who's gonna go down first, and it was the Lina that went down first. Venomancer still went down, but not first. And first blood goes to Leshrac. The Radiant team staying ahead here on this top lane. Well, I say ahead, but yeah, well, last hit-wise, they are staying ahead now as well, even though it's still very even. Illusion rune up for the dire side, with one of the illusions picking up an Iron Shell on the way. Will be harassing this Tidehunter. And look at that harassment, that is very annoying. And the Iron Shell is probably one that he's stacked fairly high, yeah, level 3, so he kind of can do this. Are you gonna turn around and try to hit it? No, that will take too long and it will kill you too much, or it will do too much damage. TA in the meantime though, 20 for 17, doesn't get stopped too much by that Iron Shell. 13 for 4 up on the Darkseer, so TA ahead in this. And once again, I'll say it like last game, if you don't shut down this TA, he will own you at some point of the game, and that will not be funny to watch. Well, actually last game was pretty entertaining to watch Boba go around hitting stuff in 3/2 hits. The sentry ward up again are still up for the Lina if they suspect another ward there. Let's see if we can find some other items. I don't think just yet. Nope. Anchor smash. Gosh as well, but once again, I don't think these two heroes can really kill each other unless one of them makes a grave mistake. Of course, this is a fake Darkseer, by the way. Yeah. So if there's gonna be kills happening, it will be the TA that will be level 6, who is now level 6, and actually might be able to kill off this Darkseer if she really wants to go for it. If she gets in range of that tower, if she feels like she can dive the tower with a refraction level 3, she might do it. And Darkseer knows that, so he bottle crows it. Hopefully he won't need it before. He still has one mana for one surge, if he wants to go for that. In the meantime, top lane, some damage happening. We have the Naga Siren dropping, and it is the Disruptor that picks up the Leshrac as well. So 1 for 1 once again in this top lane, and Lost being able to get away with a small portion of his life, but still has 2 tangos, so we'll be fine with those. Lina moving towards the bottom lane is gonna check out either the rune or just check out if she can help. We do have the Disruptor pulling the lane back once again. Windrunner getting some last hits here. TP in again from the Naga Siren, who just got killed. We just got quite painful. Oh, Lost and Snare, follow-up stun as well, and then it's gonna be him down for sure. Naga Siren picking up the kill, and that is worth yeah, that was worth it. At least she gets something back for that. At least TP scroll money is already back again. Double damage on the bottle for the Darkseer. He has nice room control for him. No blink upon slide, so he won't be able to get them. But with the surge, it will be the runes going towards the Darkseer. Even though the traps are now there for the Templar Assassin, because like I said, she's level 6. So we might see, oh hello, we might see some damage here on the, oh, the limb's back inside the kinetic field. Stay you! And there he goes. Is he going to be able to get away? Surge will help out, and not enough damage being done in the meantime. And it is IX Mike that wasn't able to help out getting the kill, even though he did use a Static Storm for that. He is level 6, and as a support, that's quite a nice level to be at. Lina level 4, with Naga Siren level 5. I was saying we missed some melt damage maybe there, but he is pausing for hotkeys, so maybe he missed some damage with that. But that is the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. And yeah, I just still have to check some stuff. Anyway, there we go again. We have the unpause going on right here. As we see the vacuum in for the TA. Gale hits as well. No refraction for you, sir. Look at that damage!
No.
That is what I'm talking about. Sorry, that kind of blow your mic away, blow your speakers away, I guess. But that is a Darkseer picking up a kill. It even blew my ears away, so that is, yeah, that. Right. Must not stream your microphone. Note to self. Tidehunter level 7, so you might see him roam around a bit more. He has a Ravage, might use his Ravage to kill off the Luna. Luna, who is I mean, she's not doing that bad. 38 last hits. She is second up on the charts. She's doing fine. She's still not very tanky though, which is something that you kind of want to have as a Luna. And she's now going to be in a bit more trouble as TA has decided to TP in there. Going to be coming in from the side. Doesn't have face boots or anything just yet complete, but still. And they know he's missing. And oh, look at that courier! There's a wizard on top of the courier. Funny, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, he got spotted out, so he knows that he can't do anything anymore there. We do have the Darkseer still checking out if he was there. He has a rune once again, invisibility rune this time, but the TA is already back towards mid, knowing that he got spotted out, wasn't able to pick up the courier, and is moving back with his head down. I'm gonna continue farming because that is what he wants to do. And I just have to wait a second. No, I'm not gonna do that right now. And I am. Sometimes there's just stuff that I can't wait. TP is in there. There's the ensnare, Shrek song as well, making sure everybody gets there. He's still popping the refractions, walking slightly into the edict, but that doesn't matter. Kinetic field locks in 2 stun, hits on 2. Darkseer in a lot of trouble, moving back, pops on his iron shell. He's gonna try to do what he can before he dies, but die he shall. It's just like the Venomancer will drop you. Naga Siren might still get killed off as well, and he does. It is 2 for 1 so far. Melt damage hitting up on Luna, but Luna will be fine. Kinetic field once again locks in 2 once again. Stun hits 2 once again. Dragon Slave going through, and that is gonna be the Windrunner going down. Will they get more tracks to it? He wants to dive this. He might be able to dive this. Luna taking a lot of damage, eating the pump of the refraction. He turns his eye towards the Leshrac Tidehunter being here, but the Leshrac is already dead. No need for a Ravage, which he did have. Actually, there he goes. Uses for a Venomancer. Venomancer who dies for the 2nd time in this fight. Shackle, Legends on the Tidehunter. Power Shot will go through. Venomancer now, or at least Windrunner now here as well. Gonna try to do what she can to take out this Tidehunter. Surge up on the Windrunner. Walks already over a trap, but still had to surge. A couple more hits needed. Will there be another Power Shot? 1 more hit needed. Will there be enough? Power Shot will finish it off, and Tidehunter drops.
Take my advice.
But still, in that fight, heavily in favor of the dire side, I would say, especially with killing off the Venomancer twice. They did lose the Naga Siren, so she didn't get all the experience from those kills, which was quite a shame, but this TA didn't die there, and that is something that is going to be very painful. She didn't even get assist. Every target she touched died on her hand. Well, if they died, that is, because some didn't die, of course. There were some survivors. Leshrac wasn't one of them, obviously. Windrunner wasn't one of them. Luna was one of them, though. She didn't die. That is nice. As in the only target that didn't die on the top lane. Leshrac, Windrunner, Darkseer, and Venomancer all died in the top lane, with Venomancer dying twice there. And we do have a Warren. Pause, Warren. I don't know. Oh yeah, and what we missed was game number 1. There was a pause for a very long time. Oops. And we didn't cast that game, so you didn't know, but it was I don't know what they're saying. The pause warning? Oh. Kinetic field, Darkseer goes down. Oh, they mean like, let us know if you pause. And they don't do that. And there we go. Fixed.
Dire's top tower
Edict helping out clearing out this tower. Level 3 Edict. Fortification gets forced out though, so the tower will live to see another creep wave at least. But maybe not much after that one. We have the TA TPing to the bottom lane. They want to go on this Luna. They haven't killed this Luna just yet, and that's one thing that's scary with the Luna. If she gets too big, she can die very fast. And Snare will miss. There's the TP in for the Darkseer. We'll make sure they back out. The TP was all they need. I'm not even sure if Darkseer combined with the Luna will be able to take on 5 heroes that are there from the dire side. But it does scare them off enough. Luna walks back anyway. Trap is not gonna hit. Well, is gonna hit actually, but the surge is still there. Gets glimpsed back into the kinetic field. There's gonna be a loosened beat up on a TA, and there's EGM. Oh, stick charges, but no, he still dies. TA still taking a lot of damage here, though. Pops his refraction, will be able to be fine. And Luna again staying alive. Darkseer going down, though. TP in for the top lane, because in the meantime, the tier 1 tower there dropped. They might be able to take this tier 1 tower in return, but they'd rather defend their own tier 2, which I don't blame them for one bit, even though the harassment continues. Tidehunter will pull the creep wave back, so that the next creep wave can hit on, never mind. I was gonna say on the tower, but it wasn't a successful pull, and they go back to the mid as in the Radiant team, getting the tower, aiming to get that tower. It's just a Templar Assassin here though, even though these three might be coming here shortly as well. They smoked up. And yeah, that is a song, once again. I was gonna say, that's gonna be a fight. Kinetic field could be around these two again if they want to go for it. There they go, and they can't go in. Oh, actually, they were out in time. Ravage still being used, though, and there goes one. There goes a vacuum. Will be enough. Venomans are still alive. I can't believe it. Gets surged away. Trap does hit. Well, glimpse back. Bad Hunter. He was so almost out. I was having high hopes for that Venomancer. But Windrunner and Venomancer were the ones that got picked off here. And Windrunner actually was the one that farmed on the top lane, so a good one to pick it up there too. And you could argue that like that was a waste of a Ravage. Whoa! Wow! Shrek, get yourself a bracer, guy. Seriously, dude. That will be very much needed because this TA is pretty painful. Because right now, I mean, she got a Blink Dagger. And this is around the time when last game we saw this TA owning quite hard. And with quite hard, I do mean like seriously hard. At some point she was 16 for 0. And there goes the tower still go down. Shrek picking that one up. As we see that there are two towers down on the Dire side and no towers down on the Radiant side. So that's an advantage that the Dire side, that the Radiant side have. But we don't see it back in the gold because obviously the kill difference is there. And of course there's 3 heroes farming quite okay on the Dire side with only 2 heroes farming quite okay on the Radiant side. With Darkseer, I mean, yeah, okay, it's quite okay, but not really as okay as the rest. That's my motive. That's my my thing. Picked up an Ogre Club for the Luna. Sanjin Yasha maybe going. I mean, she's already the fastest hero in the game, and if she also gets a Sanjin Yasha, she is just and then you surge her. She is maximum speed. Glimpse back. Gosh, Leshrac is gonna be the target here. Kinetic field there as well, and Snare. Make sure she stays in. But there is the Luna ulti. Will be enough. Will she be able to kill off something? Laguna Blade doesn't hit. Ulti is already gone. Surge away will be enough. Nice shackle. Darkseer still getting slowed. It is the Venomancer that will still go down. Darkseer again. They're getting locked inside the kinetic field there. Now look at that damage vacuum in. Will he still be able to kill off before he goes down himself? He's trying to, but he won't be able to. And it is Zelina that gets a double kill for that one, with Windrunner still on the chase, getting slowed down 50%. Blink Dagger is up on the TA though. There we go. Melt damage doesn't hit because the Windrun was there. Will there be more? Will there be an ensnare? There might be an ensnare if she wants to go for it. There's the ensnare. There's the glimpse back as well inside the kinetic field, and that is going to be Windrunner dropping. Tidehunter picking up the kill, smoke up instantly, and I can't believe that Disruptor was still there on 24 HP. Quite impressive, but that is the state of the game that we're in right now. That is waiting until Luna is big enough. Same as the last game. Same as last game. We see the TA, one of those heroes that at this state of the game, she is going to be more powerful than your heroes. It's just that simple. It is just that very simple. And yeah, if they can't get through that like last time, if they can't survive enough like last time, they won't be making it through this game, not before TA gets too big for Luna to deal with, because that's going to be the case. Luna needs to be able to deal with it. If she's big enough, she will be able to do that. But she needs to be given the time, and that is going to be the case. Will they give her enough time? Will this TA be, you know, you can't really shut her down at this time, unless you can catch her off by herself, which at this point you won't really be able to do. But you can make sure she just doesn't get any more kills. Playing it extremely safe, unless you're Luna, in which case you have to be a bit more risky to get that farm. But right now they're at least trading a Rosha for something. Ravage in the meantime being used. Kinetic field and 3, at least 2 get out of there. Glimpse back though. There goes the Darkseer, there goes the Leshrac, and the chase down for the Windrunner. Windrunner forced out herself to the high ground, but 2 heroes already dead, and they were just standing here. Can I draw? Oh, I can't draw. There we go. They were just standing here,
Dire's
thinking they would be safe. But the ward here made sure that they knew that they were there. Windrunner still has a worst time. Oh, there's gonna be another glimpse. No, 7 seconds. Should be fine. And the Roshan will go down. Venomancer, what are you doing, guy? What are you doing? Lost. Where are you gonna go? TA picking up the Aegis. Kinetic field, Windrunner, force-staffing yourself forward. Jeez, where are they? Well, nice shackle at least. Power shot, they might be able to get Scroll here. Yes, they will. I know, I don't know why it's a weird name, but I still say it anyway. Venomancer ulti being used in the meantime. In the middle lane, TA will TP out. But, yeah, not really all that needed, just better safe than sorry. Kinetic field will make sure that Disruptor gets away safely, which might not be getting away safely. This is Luna here, who's building towards the BKB, knowing that she needs that to not be glimpsed. And if she's in a kinetic field, she will be able to run through. If she's silenced, she will still be able to cast, etc., etc. So a good spell for her, a good item for her to have for sure. And we have the Darkseer picking up as well. Buckler as a headrest, so is going for that mechanism for his team, which they definitely need. But at the same time, I'm thinking, why don't I see more cloaks? Or actually cloaks? Bracers. I was gonna say bracers, because Leshrac already has his bracer, which is good. But we see that melt damage just do so much damage, and maybe they're able to pick up a Ghost Scepter, which could be, of course, a good item as well. We saw it in the previous game. But again, Ghost Scepter does require a bit more money than of course, anything else than bracers, for example. And I'm wondering, this Luna is basically the only hope of the Radiant team, because the laning phase, yeah, they were okay then, but they weren't really getting ahead that much. As we see in the gold graph, we see that it stayed around 0 between 1,000, is now 2,000 in favor of the Dire team. No surprise there, because they have taken the last couple of kills, even though they have not taken any towers just yet, which is something to take into account. Still, tower gold to pick up for the Dire side. Oh dear. He stood up on the TA. It's something you don't want to see. Who's going to be the target? Is he going to be able to find the Luna? Luna is here. He doesn't know that though. It's a blind chase. And now he sees it. No. Oh. Like just. They didn't see each other at all. Oh, hello. Hello. And refraction off because the vacuum. Or sorry, the iron shell was there. Trap, still casted. Blink is there as well if he wants to go for it. He does want to go for it. Look at that melt around. Gale still hits, but he wants to go for the Leshrac. Gets the Leshrac. Haste rune is off already. Nice shackle. Eating doing damage as well. They're tied up to looking for a Ravage, but it's not going to get it. Vacuum in. Look at that damage! And here comes the Luna, but her ultimate is already on. Ravage still being popped. There goes the Aegis. Will blink away straight after. Lina TPing out. But look at the damage that the vacuum did in combination with that iron shell, and then Luna's ultimate over the top. Losing beam still hits, slightly stuns, but this is gonna be enough. There's not gonna be a shackle, there's not gonna be a surge, there's not gonna be anything else. Surge was on cooldown, so that's why we don't see that one. But yeah, they get the Aegis, they get the Tide, they get a Disruptor. That is 3 kills, and if you count the Aegis as well, that does a lot of damage to this Dire team, and that is what they have to watch out for, because that vacuum still hurts, and there's a reason that the Darkseer gets banned out in a lot of games as the first ban, or in the first banning phase, and that was that reason. Well, partly. At the same time though, we haven't seen really this girl that much. She's building towards the Fusel Blade, which is something that we see more often only if the Naga Siren wants to be more aggressive early on, so they do think that this game is not gonna, well, that this is the time that they have to take advantage of their game, because maybe Luna is gonna get big enough for being that carry that the Radiant needs, or the Dire fears, and it's gonna be 4 heroes in his middle lane for the Dire team. Let's see. They're gonna continue going. I mean, they need to tier 2 tower perhaps. There goes a trap, and it looks like they will be able to get this tower for free. Iron Shell with the creep will move forward. They're afraid to go in. They don't have a Ravage. They used it in the previous fight. 50 seconds for another Ravage. They do clear out the creep wave for rather fast. Venomancer wards helping out. They're level 4 wards. Not to be messed with. Still Venomancer wards though. From the side. They're gonna come in from the side. Venomancer ward being placed, so they know what they can expect. But they didn't see it. And the ward will make sure. Oh, there they go. Now they see each other. They see at least the Templar Assassin. We see the Disruptor stood still for as soon as he saw the TA being scouted out, but they moved back again, knowing that, you know, they're no longer at the advantage. Wards by the Dire being placed here. Settlers, wow, they have control over this entire thing. If something is invisible there, they will see it. Maybe they were expecting wards there, but they're no longer there if they were. TA back to farming on this bottom lane, making the gold graph even still again with this intermezzo, if I can call it. Well, there's a ward being placed. Now they can well, kill it if they're there in time. We still have 4 heroes of the Radiant team here, and 4 heroes of the Dire team as well. And it's 4 versus 4 with 1 carry farming and 1 semi-carry farming as well in the form of TA. But are they gonna go for it? I am not sure. Shackle does latch. Power shot will probably go through as well. Just harassment and oh, is this one reaching? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh yeah, it is. It is. Okay, he gets killed off. And here comes the TA. Finds a Windrunner, but Windrunner gets surged away. We'll be fine. Naga Siren looking for that song, looking for that opening. They have the Ravage once again. This is what they were waiting for. Shackle, illusion of the Naga Siren. Look at their positioning. Where's the Naga Siren? Moving back again. TPing out, doesn't want to be here. Going to the top lane. Tower is already down anyway. So they don't have a Naga Siren right now. I wonder if they know. Kinetic field, Gale still hits, but the kinetic field will make sure that nobody gets through. Here comes melt damage up on Leshrac, but he has 2 bracers now, so he is fine. Lust, however, not that fine. Goes down, BKB up on the Luna. Look at that! Killing her off with the Eclipse. Killing him off. It was a tight hunter. Disruptor still alive at some low HP. Whoa! Power shot barely misses there. Leshrac's stun doesn't hit because the Naga Siren didn't move away. Laguna Blade will finish Leshrac off. And Iron Shell still do some damage, but it will be EGM that gets that goes down, and then the Luna that gets a double kill. Song being used. They want to get the remaining 2 heroes. Luna already has used her BKB. We'll take a lot of damage from this melt damage that the TA will do, and Snare will be there. Oh, yeah, not even melt damage. Glimpse back on the Windrunner. Doesn't get hit by the kinetic field. Static Storm, is there gonna be an ensnare for 5 seconds? There is. Shackle doesn't match them together, which was her plan. Where's the ensnare? Ensnare should be back up again. There it is. If she wants to go for it, but here comes Lost. He comes back, so he doesn't want to be here. They don't want to be here anymore, knowing that right now this is the time where they back off. And they do. But again, fight, favor of the Dire. And in this fight, this was pretty messy for the Radiants. For the Radiant, they wanted to go in on there. And I mean, they killed off the Tide with that Eclipse, but that is it. He already done his Ravage, so he served his purpose. And we have another pause and no warning. Be right back for IX Mike. Well, the Radiant team pauses and the be right back from IX Mike, but that gives us a chance to look at some of the stats. He went to bathroom. Okay. So we see the gold graph, 4K, which is not that much for a 24-minute game, in favor of the Dire. 10K, however, experience for the Dire, which is quite a lot. And if we look at this one, we see that the levels is mostly in the 2 carries. We see the TA as well as the Naga Siren being very high up there, level 15, level 16, with the highest up on the Dire, up on the Radiant, level 15, with only level 12 being the second behind that up on the Windrunner. And Windrunner, she is, well, maybe she's going to be able to fulfill that semi-carry role, which we sometimes see her do. She is going to build towards the Sheepstick, which will be useful for her later on to deal with that TA as well with the Naga Siren, if you can find the right one, which is of course kind of the thing that you need to find. Because if you can't find the right one, then you can't sheep her. Oh, I know. Anyway, and Mikey, you're owning. Is he now? Easy now, Disruptor. 4-1. He is doing quite well, I have to say. Now we're gonna go to net worth to see who's doing what. We do see that TA highest up on there. No surprise there. 6-1 right now. And there's some fun there. Oh well. Windrunner gonna be TPing back. Gonna get full mana and HP once again. Lina looking for wards. She won't be able to find any here though. There's no wards up for the Radiant side. And actually, having said that, there is no wards up for the Radiant in total at this time. Maybe it's because of the gem, which could of course be, and we don't know exactly when she bought it, or at least I don't. But there's nobody really placing wards either. At least Venomancer still has one ward in his back, which he might be able to place if he would consider it a safe place to place it without getting counter-warded. But we'll see if he's going to do that. Let's take a look at some more of the items, because I feel like I missed some. We have a Mechanism up on the Tide. We saw him building that earlier on as well. And we have the Templar Assassin, got 1800 gold, doesn't have any more but besides his her diffusal, which is actually the same item as the Naga Siren is going for, so they have 2 diffusals. Of this one, of course. It will also be able to pop off the refraction. Sorry, the refraction I was going to say, but no, pop off the surge if someone tries to run away, just to dispel in general. And they smoked up, and they're looking for a kill, and they're going to go towards the bottom lane where the Venomancer already thinks something is wrong, and he gets trapped. 50% slow, glimpse back on the Venomancer, he will go down for sure. Oh, look at the dash on the Disruptor though. Luna, Lucent Dream still hitting on there. It might be able to be enough, actually. Might be enough. Will it be enough? Will it be denied? Not enough. Too many HP. In the meantime, it's gonna be Lina that drops and leaves her gem on the floor as well, with Windrunner picking that one up. Darkseer picking up the kill. And we have a disconnect from this guy here. So that is why we have a pause. And he already reconnected back in. That's fast. They didn't notice it in time. Anyway, I have to say they're both UK teams. So they know each other fairly well, I would assume. UK, I mean USA. Wow, I'm sorry for you USA fans out there. Didn't mean that. Didn't mean that. We have the TA. I already saw that. We were going through items, and we already saw that guy. We already saw the 4 staff and the mana boots up on the Disruptor. Naga Siren, we saw that as well. 3,500 gold. Let's see if she still wants to go for that Radiance that we see a lot of Naga Sirens go for to farm extra effective with her illusions, which might be the case. And Luna, of course, who just got killed off, very unfortunate, dropping her gem as she goes. Doesn't really have that much. She's playing a support role. It's only died 4 times so far. It's been in 17 out of 24 kills, so definitely not doing bad at all. And we already saw the Tidehunter as well, so let's drop ourselves over to the Radiant side, see what they have. First we're going to see if they have what it takes to contest this Roshan, because I do think that the Dire side is going to try for that. There is a ward here up for the Radiant side, so they might want to go for that. Tidehunter is ready though, he has a Ravage, he almost has a Blink Dagger, so I was thinking maybe they want to wait for him, but no, it doesn't even look like the Radiant know that this is going on right now. But that gives us some time to check out the items. Manta Style being built up on the Luna, not Lina, Luna. We have a Leshrac who still he has 2 bracers. Like we saw earlier, that was very helpful with the melt damage being there. TA picks up the Aegis, obviously. We still have Windrunner building towards the Sheepstick. We saw Leshrac already. I'm not doing this very handy, am I? Better going through everything in a different way. And there, last one, Darkseer has his mechanism complete, but doesn't have anything have much else. And we do have the Tidehunter going for a Hood right now. I'm quite surprised. Where is his Ring of Health? Didn't he have a Ring of Health earlier on this game? Did he sell it? And he would need his Ring of Health, the pipe that he's building. Maybe it's in a donkey. No. Curious. Curious indeed. And there goes the tower. Fortification is going on, but do they really want to go in with this? They know there's a Ravage up on the Tide. Where is the Tide? Oh, he's standing there. He's ready. So no Blink Dagger for him. Tower is taken down by TA. More gold for her, because she needs more. Desolator gonna be the next item for her. And they're just gonna continue. I mean, they can't do that, because they're not getting contested. The Radiant team is like, yeah, what can we do? There is a Darkseer wall if they want to use it. They could get a good... Yeah, oh, vacuum in. Shackle, nice. Legends of Lina only, though. Only forces them back. Venomancer ward's helping as well. The 5 heroes moving back again together with a donkey with bat wings. Because it is a dire donkey. Sticking around, though. I mean, they still have the Ravage, so maybe they want to still go for that. Could be. Naga Siren still has her song as well. If they sense a good way to go in with, then they might try to do that. They have some vision up on this ground as well. Shackle has left some illusions together, but it's just illusions. The Shrek Stun will clear out some of the illusions, but look at that tower. I mean, this is just free damage that they do. If they do this a couple of times more, the tower will drop, and they're just gonna wait here for the next free wave once more. They're gonna have mirror images in 15 seconds once again. Hearth completed now up on the Naga Siren, so that will be the item for her. So no Radiance for her, but it's the Heart instead. Shackle only ledges on creeps. Vacuum again no wall though. The Shrek Stun again not healing. And the trap hit before they could do anything. And this is a fake one again. It's a very tanky fake one though. Mirror image. And then once again they're waiting for the next creep wave. This is a pretty lane standoff, but as long as they don't force out a fight, they can just keep chipping away from this tower for free. Vacuum once again, once again, some of the Shrek doesn't hit once again. And there's some blinks going over. There's a song! That is the initiation they were hoping for. They will have a Ravage with 4 men, at least. The Venomancer is still being in there, 5 men. Nova, no, sorry, Luna with her Eclipse doing a lot of damage though. Will kill off the Naga Siren. Yes, she drops. The buyback from the Darkseer who dropped as well. There goes the Disruptor by the Luna as well. He's out of mana right now. Tidehunter will be able to TP out of there. Will there be more TP back? Well, TP to the tier 2 for the Luna as it just, well, she thought she was gonna go there, but then she wasn't. Darkseer wall being placed instantly. Look at the damage.
Spilled.
Double kill for the Luna. And that is what they were. That is, I mean, come on. That is what the Dire team were waiting for. They were waiting for a good initiation, but that is exactly what the Radiant team were waiting for too. I mean, as soon as they saw that the BKB was faster than the Ravage, I think I said it before in one of the previous casts, but it basically works like as slept person, you can just spam your BKB button, and you'll always be a split second earlier than the Tidehunter who actually has to wait until he's sure that the sleep is off. It should work like that anyway. So, yeah, BKB was before Ravage. No, if Eclipse goes through. I don't know why I want to call that Nova as the name of the cat, but the cat from this girl here. That's Nova, the jumping cat. Anyway, yeah, then the Eclipse was there, and that there was so much damage going through there that they just couldn't do anything. Ravage was already used, but Mechanism was there as well. Yes, they got the Darkseer, which is nice, of course, but he bought back, made sure that he was there again to take care of the rest of the fight. They were able to kill a lot of heroes, including the Templar Assassin and the Naga Siren, 2 of the heroes that you definitely want dead. And they even killed the Naga Siren with her heart. Didn't really work. Didn't really took her down. Which is quite, well, they did took her down, that is. Quite surprising that she actually was taken down with that much HP. 2,300 health points up on her right now. And I'm thinking that if they didn't go in, they would have been able to kill the tier 3 tower. They could have continued to chip away that health of that tower with those illusions that they had, with the couple of hits that they got in from the TA as well. Whoa, where does my camera go to? But rather they went in for it, which was actually something I was applauding because I was waiting for that, but you know, that didn't happen. It did happen, but it didn't really work out for them. As we have the gold graph with that fight, it's spiking, it's dropping back towards that 0 line. Same thing goes for experience, most likely, and that was yeah, almost only 4k now difference, which is not that much. And Luna's ultimate is back up once more for the tier 2 tower. I think it's gonna drop regardless. I mean, they need that high ground advantage. They need them to go fight. The Radiant side need the Dire side to start a fight. They need that song to set up their fight, to set up their BKB, to make sure that they have the Ravage already used and not being used when they are not expecting it. Because that is one thing. If you have got a song, you know that the Ravage is going to happen afterwards, so you know when is a good time to pop your BKB. Well, normally, and I say normally as in without the Naga Siren, you'll just have all of a sudden Tidehunter blinking Ravage, and you're like surprised and stuff, and you can't really do anything against it. But they need that song to help out. It's actually helping out the Radiant team to counter the Dire team right now. At least that's how I see it. We have a side device completed up on the Windrunner. Has got 14 on the gold already. Again, BKB built by the Leshrac, almost done. more BKBs being built by the Tidehunter. And I think that the Darkseer is building a BKB as well. And one thing that I keep saying, basically all my cast is, you know, you're gonna, if you want to have something to counter that Ravage, other than stealing the Ravage with the Rubik, or having other team fight possibilities, a BKB counters the Ravage. And if everybody has BKBs, then you know you're set. And they actually with those BKBs, if they have those, they counter the song, as in they use the song to their advantage, making sure if they use the song as initiator every single time. And I know I've said the same thing now a couple of times, but I'm still wanting to point it out because it's brilliant. If they use the song as an initiator, they're helping the Radiant side popping their BKBs. Having the timing for their BKBs so that they have them on for the team fight, which is exactly what you want as a Radiant team. So I really like this play from the Radiant team. If it's gonna be enough, I don't know, because it's of course it is still the TA, which is quite big, who's got her own BKB now as well, and it is still it's still a Naga Siren with a heart. I mean, it's nothing to be too complacent about. I mean, it's pretty tricky opponents hero-wise. And player-wise as well, otherwise they wouldn't be in the semi-finals of this best out of 3 together. And of course, for the people that just tuned in, this is the best out of 3 for the Fnatic RaidCall Cup. This is the 3rd game, the semi-finals, like I said already. Yeah, repeating myself, but that is because it's late. And yeah, that is this game. Winners of this will be going on to the finals, which will be happening later tonight as well. And during the finals there will be a giveaway from Fnatic. If you go to Fnatic.com, you can find out more information about that. You have to go to RaidCall server 1333 and be there while the finals are happening. And you have a chance to win a gift voucher for their shop, which is Fnatic.com/shop. If you want to check out what you can buy with the money that you win, you get a voucher for that. So go check out Fnatic.com for sure. Power shot going through, and that's it. Yeah, because both teams are just now farming again, because I do think that the Dire team are now thinking, you know what, that song really didn't work out, so maybe they have the same idea as I just explained to you. They're thinking, you know what, that's not the way we want to do it. We want to first pick off some heroes and then take kills in return, because that is normally how you do it, right? That is normally how you do it. If you don't have that massive team fight to go on, you try to snipe off some heroes. You get in 1 or 2 kills off the side, and then you push in, taking a tower or maybe even a barracks in return, depending on where your lanes are, depending on what the position is of your creeps, depending on where you're fighting. And Roshan is going to be up against soon, and they know it. They're waiting for it. Is there going to be a 3rd Roshan going the way of the Dire? I do think that the Radiant team knows that the Roshan is being attempted as well. And we're gonna see if they're gonna go there. So far, no go though. And Roshan will be down before they get there. Power shot will reach it slightly and will low, but there Roshan is already down. And it is the Templar system once again. And they use the song to get away from this, thinking they might not be safe. And I don't think that the Radiant team knows that the song is on cooldown. Even though, having said that, it's only 50 seconds or so, like 1 minute cooldown. It's nothing. It's really nothing. It's just better safe than sorry from Naga Siren. So smart call for her. And she did pick up the cheese. She's got a man still now as well. So more Naga Sirens. Because, you know, you already have some from the mirror images. But I have more. And of course, those more can be used also to just chip away health from this tower. Or any tier 3 tower on map, that is. Well, unless your own, because you can't really attack your own towers. Oh. Templar Assassin. She's building towards an MKB. More damage, and of course that is incredibly useful to fighting a Windrunner, because Windrunner has been escaping quite a bit with that Windrunner of hers. But with an MKB, she won't be able to escape with that Windrunner. At least she will be able to run faster with it. But the TA will at least hit through the Windrunner, which is what the MKB does. Penetration of that stuff. There goes the last tier 2 tower standing on the side of the Radiance. There is a fortification. I don't think they want to use it for it though. I mean, Tower's already lost anyway, it's not going to change anything, and they rather want to use it if they go up against their barracks or against a tier 3 tower, get momentum back, get some time for heroes to be back up alive if they should they die. And meantime though, Luna's illusions are killing off this tower. I think they will be able to get it, and Shackle on some illusions, pipe up for the dire side. They're saying, like, if you want to fight this, come here, and we'll have a ravage for you. Look at those illusions, killing all the tower. Like I said, there's a lot of illusions right there. And in the meantime, we do have a fake something there that caused some trouble there, but it doesn't really matter anymore. Tier 2 tower still died on this. Oh, nice Shackle. But they can't really go in on that. I mean, he's a tide. He has a Ravage. Pipe and Mechanism on cooldown right now, though. And they did see the pipe go up, so they might want to go in for that. But they rather fight on top of their tower. And like I said, they want to initiate with that song. They want to have that initiation. BKB is complete on the Venomers. He could buy it now, but maybe he rather saves for buyback. Having said that, he does have buyback. Yes. And go back to net worth. We'll see, though, if Les wants to go for BKB or not. We have a BKB there. The Shrek has his BKB as well, so 2 BKBs up on the Radiant team right now. There they go. Pipe was up again, and snare up on the Windrunner. Windrunner stabs herself away. Venomous ulti hits on 3. And the glimpse goes back on the Windrunner, so that's a cooldown. Tier 3 tower still drops, so that's what they came for. No Ravage just used, no Song just used either. There is the Ravage, and there is the Luna ultimate. BKB up on the TA though, but still goes down. Has her ages, of course, so let's see how fast she's gonna go down this time, or is she? Oh, there's the song, and this time they use the song to get away. This time that is what we, oh, and then Lena will be able to get away. This is what I was aiming for. Will be enough. Look at the speed of this Luna, she still gets slowed though. But with a surge up on there, she is so fast. And she wasn't going for Sanjin Yasha at all, by the way, just in case you wonder. Just in case. So it's just already building her BKB, building everything at the same time. Making sure she had the BKB ready. And then lost her tier 3 tower, didn't lose barracks, so that's at least what they can hope for. Pushing the lane out once more. And they were hoping for that initiation with that song as well. But they didn't get it. I mean, live and learn for the dire side, making sure that, okay, you know what, if we initiate with the song, that's not really going the way we want it to. So we'd rather initiate with the tide. Ravage. And he has a blink dagger also. Tense. And it is tense. Because it is a semi-finals, that's not nothing. It's not nothing at all. Now Luna, look at her gold. What is she gonna go for? Really, what is she gonna go for? I am quite curious. Oh, she bought something. Ah, butterfly. This donkey, I mean, really. It is quite funny, I have to say. Like the wizard on top of the donkey. In the meantime, middle lane, Shackle does latch. We have got the title to get turned to Piglet. BKBs all around. Look at those BKBs. Everybody got BKBs. Lena drops. Even Luna drops. No, Lena. Song being used, but you know that will only happen when the BKBs go off. Still getting a nice Shackle. Power Shot will go through. Losing Beam as well. Venomous ulti in the middle of all of that. And oh, Matastal and the mirror images doesn't keep her away. Templar Assassin still on the chase. There will be a kinetic field that will help out, and there's no BKBs left to stop that, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Buyback from the Naga Siren already as well, because she doesn't want to lose her tier 3 tower, which is going to happen if she's not here. Song was on cooldown for another 24 seconds, so when they know it, fortification goes off. It's still Edict helping out. There's not that much mana left on the Shrek. No mana boots for him. And we have a shout out to my Ravage though, blink in. The Static Storm as well, the Matastal pops, and it's the Disruptor that goes down to the Windrunner Power Shot. Naga Siren being turned into a Piglet. Naga Siren, is she gonna be getting away? Pops her Song again, we'll be able to get out, but at least we'll make sure that the rest of the Radiant can focus down these melee barracks, and they will be able to do that glimpse back from the Darkseer, but he's not that worried about that one. There goes the ranged barracks as well. Are they gonna continue on this? It looks like they are. I'm not sure if this is the wise choice, But they are still gonna continue. They don't have to worry about Ravage. Look at the HP of the Radiant though. It's not that high. Not a lot of mana either. But they keep going. BKB's off cooldown once again. Lost. Ooh, Lost goes down. Naga Siren picking up the kill. Laguna Blade being used on Mikey on his Luna, but he will be able to back off as his Nova limping his way to safety. Tidehunter still wants to pick up the kill on Leshrac, but Leshrac at least slowing down his teammates long enough to do something. Glimpse back on the Windrunner, who will still die. Gem drops, picked up by the Disruptor, and at least Nova will be fine. Look at that health being picked up again by that Helm of the Dominator as well. Able to just continue to stay. So he's a bit more safe, and at least Nova is not limping anymore. He's now just normally running, even though he runs a bit weird. Like he's having a lot of issues carrying the person on his back. But yeah, that fight might cost them a barracks themselves. I mean, there's still 40 seconds until Windrunner is back. And Luna, she has to go back to base. She's the same speed. She has to go back to the fountain first before she can do something. The only comfort she has is that the creep wave is still there. It doesn't look like she's gonna go back to the fountain though. Vacuum in there. Luna still right clicking that down. Kinetic field helping out. Tower still standing though, and the Ravage is not up yet. 40 seconds, and they back off, knowing that this was not the right time to go in. Maybe they want to go for a Aegis once again, which is something that they could have. Cheese being put up on the Templar Assassin. I mean, she did use her BKB, so gets now the Cheese. That was up on the Naga Siren before. The Naga Siren still died, so I'm wondering if it wouldn't be better to keep it on her. It might be. It might be. Windrunner picked up another ultimate orb. Let's see what she's gonna build for that. And this Luna, I mean, they said it at the start of the game. Are they gonna be able to hold long enough before this Luna is big enough to carry his team? And it looks like they have reached that point where the advantage that the TA brought this game is no longer there. And this game is starting to be like Blitz said, very tense. What can the Dire do? I mean, they have got the they can smoke up. Like I said, they have to do it the old-fashioned way. They have to pick up a hero kill or two and then go in. But it has to be a Luna kind of. They don't really have a choice but kill off the Luna. Roshan back again in 2 minutes. They might just secure that Roshan again, which would mean that they would have every Roshan in the game so far. And do think this is gonna be a smoke too. Yeah, there we go. So both smokes up, and maybe are they gonna go back dooring? TA will lead the charge, and they're gonna go for Roshan. These creeps will reach the base, and I don't think they're gonna go back door. Oh, they find a ward, place the ward, and they're just gonna push. They're not going to go for Roshan. They know where they are. They're going to push. They're going to go for something. What are they going to go for? Are they going to go for the... They're going to go for the tier 3. Surge is up there. They go for the barracks. Will there be in time? TP's in there instantly. It's going to be Tidehunter that wants to throw out a Ravage, but the barracks are already dead. The barracks are already dead. And they back out. Power of the Luna. TA in there with her BKB on Song being used as well. But the BKBs are on. And the Calypso goes on as well. Ravage being used. Vacuum in. Luna still alive, but it doesn't last much longer anymore. We have the TA going down as well as the Tidehunter TA buys back. We have the Naga Siren going down. Can she buy back though? I'm not sure. She doesn't anyway, not right away. 3 heroes dead now for the Dire side. Well, 4 if you count the TA who died earlier. Buyback from the Luna as well, who died in that fight. Kinetic Field, Darkseer in some trouble. Iron Shell up on there though. No reflection for the Templar Assassin. If she dies again, she can't buy back. She just bought back. That is a massive kill for the Radiant team. With Leshrac picking up that kill, and that they know it. GG is being called, and it is gonna be no pants party that will make it into the finals of the Fnatic RaidCall Cup after this best out of 3. And the finals will be played tonight as well, just in case you're wondering. What a match! And that with a Luna. And there goes the tier 4 towers just to prove that they can. Fortification still goes off. Mike, what are you gonna do? Oh, Goose Scepter. No, Power Shot doesn't hit. He's still alive though. And there goes the Ancient. So no plans party will make it through. My name is Sheever. I am a GoToGamerscaster. You can normally follow me on Twitch on GGNetSheever. And you can also follow me on YouTube at youtube.com/SheeverGaming. So go subscribe to me there if you want. And yeah, thank you for watching. Kinda. That is appreciated. Let's do your end screen and let's see what time the finals is gonna be and if I'm gonna cast it or not. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll see it anyway. So stay tuned. Be right back and don't go anywhere.